So I just want to quickly let you know that you can do it on this type of frame. If you prefer the look of this type of canvas, instead of the flat ones, you have to take the canvas off the frame first so that you can press it completely flat. It won't work if you try to press it with the indent in the middle. So you can do it, but you have to take the canvas off. It's easy to just get an X-Acto knife and cut this off instead of trying to pull the staples out. You take off the canvas like this, and then you have your frame separately. And then now your canvas can lay flat on the ground, whereas before it couldn't. And it doesn't press properly if you leave it on here because it's not tight enough in the middle. So you have to take it off so it's completely flat. And then you have to proceed with putting, melting or heating a laminating pocket on top. And then after that is sealed on there, then you can press your image on top. Then you can put your canvas back on the frame. And the easiest thing to do is just get a hot glue gun and, you know, just glue along the sides here, and then you can put the canvas back on. Another thing you could do instead would be to cut the canvas along the edge here and then put your image inside, and then you're just going to be putting glue along the back and putting glue. So it would be something like this. You would have your thing like that, and then you can attach it with glue on the back, and then you would have your image in there like that. This isn't canvas, this is 100% polyester fabric, which I did the design on, which is a lot easier actually than pulling off the canvas and then having to put the laminating stuff on and then pressing your image. You can skip a lot of steps by just going to the fabric store and buying some 100% polyester. Then you can cut your piece and then you can put your frame on. Easy peasy. And then you would just like glue it on the back. So there's some ideas for you. Okay, so I thought I would try now how to, if I want to use this type of picture frame that didn't work previously. So I've taken the canvas off of it, partly by pulling it off, partly by cutting it off. And now this will lay down flat so that I can get a good press on it. And I've cut out the laminating sheet by 8 by 8, which is the size of the frame. And I've got the shiny side up, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with the flat canvas and try to melt this laminate on for 120 seconds at 350. So I'm going to give that a shot, and then I will come back on after that. Okay, so I'm pressing this at 350 for 120 seconds. I just put some Teflon sheet on top of the laminate instead of using butcher paper because there's no ink involved at this point, and then I can just save on my butcher paper. Okay, I'm just going to use some tongs to remove the Teflon sheets because they are hot. And I can get a look at whether this sealed enough. And a tip is to use your lint brush because I see one of my dog hairs in here. Okay, we're ready for take 2. This time I colored it in a little less than my previous one because I found that this one you couldn't really see the antlers that well when it was done. Well, I mean you can, but this one I think will stand out a little bit more. So let's give this a shot. So again, we're going to tape this down. I'm going to try and get it in the center. Just going to eyeball it. Tape it down so that it won't move. I will press it at 385 for 50 seconds and then I will show you the reveal after. Okay, let's do the reveal. There we go. Okay, so it's not quite as dark as doing it on polyester, 100% polyester fabric, but it still worked. It's just a different texture, I guess. Because you see the antler, I use the same gray pen on the inside of the antler, and that is very solid, but on this one it came out very kind of faint. So, and some of the trees here, it came out a little bit faint as well. So definitely works best on doing it this way, but if you really want to do it on picture frames, now I can take this and I'm just going to get my hot glue gun and glue this back on, and then I will have a picture that I can hang up easily once I finish gluing it back on. So I definitely prefer the look of the images on the flat canvas board. It came out much brighter, and actually my ultimate favorite is actually just pressing it on 100% polyester. This to me is a much better look. Just getting a piece of polyester, 100% polyester, infusing your image onto there first, then cutting it out the same size as your frame, and then you can glue that on the back of your frame. And I myself prefer this look, but for those of you that are looking for a way to use a raised canvas board and converting the 100% cotton to polyester, you will have to do it this way and get a laminating pouch and laminate it on and do it that way. You should be able to get a much better result than I did. But anyways, I hope this helps you and making decisions on what will look the best for you and what will be the easiest method. So take care, everyone. See you in the next video.